Running a business can be very time-consuming, especially if you're a solopreneur. Everything requires your attention, but we all have only 24 hours each day. If you'd like to become more efficient at managing your business, here are some productivity tips and habits that have worked wonders for me. Hello friends and welcome to the Savvy Corner. My name is Alisa. I am a financial and business coach, and on this channel I talk about managing your money, your business and your mind around it. Today I want to share with you some productivity strategies that I use to run my coaching business more efficiently. When I quit my job to become a full-time business owner, I struggled for a few months because I had no idea how to structure my days and my work in general, and that resulted in a lot of idle time and frustration. It took me a while to find a system that works, and I hope that sharing my strategies with you will give you some inspiration and help you become more efficient too. Let's jump straight in. The first thing I suggest you do is track your time. What do you spend your time doing, and how much of your time is dedicated to each activity? We think that we are good at estimating this, but you might be in for a surprise. When I first did this, I was shocked to discover how much time I spent dealing with client homework, creating content for social media, and editing YouTube videos. As a result of these findings, I set some rules and boundaries around client homework, I scaled back my social media activity, and streamlined my editing process. So, how do you track your time? You simply make a note of everything you spend your time on in your business. You can do this manually by writing down the task and the amount of time you spent on it in an Excel sheet, for example. But there are many apps and tools that will do it for you. Two good ones are Toggle Track and Clockify. They both have free versions and they work both on mobile and on desktop. I will link them for you in the description box below. I suggest you track for 30 days if you can. If not, make it at least 2 weeks and analyze the results. Are there any surprises? If, like in my case, the results are a bit shocking for you, then that's an indication of which areas you need to cut back on or even spend more time focusing on. The second tip I have for you is to group activities into categories and have dedicated days to deal with each category. For example, I do all of my content creation on Mondays. That includes my social media posts, any articles or blogs that I want to release that week, the layout and scripts for my YouTube videos, and any other content that I need to create depending on the projects I have going on in my business. I also do planning on Mondays, managing my calendar for the coming week and scheduling in my work, which we'll talk about later. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are for client work, coaching, mentoring, consulting, writing notes and reflections, feedback on client homework, and so on. On Thursdays, I film and edit YouTube videos, and Fridays are for admin, finance, CPD, and learning. These tasks don't take up all of my week, and there are other things that I do in my business, of course, but having dedicated days for them keeps me focused and organized. Because I group tasks together, I can use a method called time blocking, which is the third strategy I want to share with you. Time blocking is a time management technique that advocates for splitting your days into blocks of time. Each block is dedicated to accomplishing a specific task or a group of tasks. So instead of tackling your to-do list randomly, you start each day with a predefined schedule that tells you exactly what to work on and when. Time blocking requires a bit of planning and preparation, which you might want to do either on Monday morning like I do, or on Friday afternoon. Some people even do it Sunday night. It's your choice. But if you'd like to see a tutorial for how I do this, please let me know and I would be happy to film one. One thing I want to add when it comes to time blocking, make sure you add in breaks and that you take those breaks. I tried to do this without breaks and I failed miserably. A lesson I learned the hard way so that you don't have to. Are you getting value from this video so far? Because if you are, I would appreciate it if you gave it a big thumbs up and consider subscribing. It really helps to support the channel and I thank you in advance if you do. Another tip I have for you is to invest in a scheduling tool if you haven't already, and to set it so that if someone books a meeting with you, it gets accepted automatically. This has saved me so much time that I would have spent writing emails, trying to find a good time for a meeting, rescheduling meetings, and chasing other people. If you're a coach without a scheduling tool, you are missing out on a powerful time saver. Speaking of wasting time, for me personally, there are certain times of the day when I am sluggish, and I know that doing a task during those times will take me a lot longer than if I were to do it when I am alert and energetic, especially if that task requires creativity. So I have identified my peak and low periods during the day, and I make sure that I plan my time so that I do harder tasks when I have a lot of energy and creativity, and easier ones when I am lethargic and have less inspiration. Having said that, no matter how alert and energetic I am, if I get distracted and pulled away from my task very often, I know I'm not going to be as efficient as I could be. Which is why I put my devices on focus mode or on silent mode so that I don't get any alerts or notifications while I'm working. You can even take an extra step and use a site blocker that denies you access to particular websites for a period of time. So if you're tempted to browse social media or other websites, this might be a solution for you. There are many browser extensions that block websites, and most of them are free or have a free version. Another strategy that works very well to get you into focus mode is to have a dedicated space where you work. It might be tempting to take your laptop with you and work from the living room or from the dining table. The problem with that is that you will find it hard to differentiate between work and leisure time, and with that come a lot of boundary issues. If you have an office, this should be easy, but if you don't, choose a place in your house that will act as your office from now on, and make sure that you only do work from that place. Simply entering that space will become a habit that indicates you are about to get into work mode, and leaving that space means that you are now finished working. I always close my office door behind me at the end of the day, and that has become my clue that it's now time to relax and stop working. Speaking of habits, if you are finding it hard to enter your focus mode, a state where you are concentrating on the task at hand and are fully absorbed by it, you can create a short ritual that can help you ease into it. I'll share my own example. I like to do focused work while listening to YouTube videos that mimic the atmosphere of being in a library or that of sitting next to an open fire. The routine I have before starting to work is to put on my headphones and to choose which YouTube video to play. This has become something so ingrained in my routine that the moment I put on my headphones, I immediately go into focus mode. If you'd like to learn more about this technique and see more examples, I suggest you read the book Atomic Habits by James Clear, which I will link for you in the description box below. So far, I talked about how you can become more efficient at doing the tasks in your business. However, there comes a point when it doesn't make sense for you to continue to do some things yourself, especially if they take you away from other, let's say, income-producing activities or strategic work. When that time comes, you might want to consider delegating or outsourcing some of your work. Being productive is very important, but efficiency should not be confused with effectiveness. That, however, is a different discussion, perhaps for another video. That's it for this video though. If you enjoyed it, check out these other 2 videos that are suggested on the screen right now. I'm Alisa. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!